think we are now streaming on multiple platforms. I'm just going to double check a couple things real quickly. But welcome on in to everybody in chat. I'm just making sure that my restream is enabled and working. Yeah, I think that I'm now live on all the different platforms. So welcome on in to Facebook and also to Kick and to YouTube as well. Yeah, so for people who don't know, it's good to see you too, Pete. And Emmy and Purple Cat Lover as well. So yeah, it's so I'll be completely transparent. I have quit my job and I'm moving on with my life and I'm starting a new adventure. And I thought I would document some of this adventure live with my friends on Twitch and on other platforms and showcase a little bit of the different things that I'm learning along the way. I've was a graphic designer, videographer, webmaster, social media guy. And did a lot of different jobs for a school that was very important to me, and I will obviously miss it tremendously. But after 15 years, it's an opportunity for me to get a bit of a fresh start and do something different. So for the next month or so, I am going to be streaming my journey. As I work on some different skills, work on some different projects that I've wanted to do, showcase some of the different things that I have planned for this first stream. We're going to do a little bit of video editing. You can see I've got a video editing project up. I have done 2 streams previously about this project. One of them was a very simple, like a start where I did a cut down of what I call trimming the fat. For people that don't know, I'm a videographer underwater, and I've been working on a 9-part documentary that you can see over here. There's a Pokemon chat. I'm gonna catch that real quickly. And people that don't know, you can always catch Pokemon in chat. If you haven't started yet, you can do Pokestart. That's only available on Twitch for people that are watching on Facebook and other platforms that can't play the games. So if you want to play the games, obviously join us over on Twitch, but you can watch us and comment on any platform, and it should come through to this unified chat. Anyway, so I started working on this video about a week ago, and then last night I was working. I did my sports podcast as I usually do on Monday nights. It's my normal show from 9 to about 11, and then I had the stream scribe join me for an hour, and we talked about life and art, and had a really great conversation. That part wasn't on the podcast channel or on the YouTube or on my personal Facebook or anything like that, so that part is only on Twitch, but I might clip up that part and put it on YouTube as a separate video at some point as well. But the VODs are always available for people who wanted to go check that part out. And yeah, so I'm going to full screen this real quickly, and people can get a sense of where we're at in the background while I continue to talk, if people want to see where we're at so far. And so you can see that there's going to be an intro here. We'll obviously add title cards and some other stuff as well. Yeah, so right here you're seeing some of the photography that my dad has shot underwater. So I will actually utilize some of those pictures as part of this as well. I'm going to work to try to combine some of the video footage and the pictures together. And yeah, so stingrays are my favorite animal, and so it's kind of cool that I get to sort of document this stingray that you can see here as well. So if people have any questions about the video editing process or anything like that, you can always feel free to ask. And yeah, I'm excited to sort of share some of this journey and doing some of the art with you guys. And yeah, it's weird to do a daytime stream. It's something I've always wanted to do, but never had the opportunity to do. And I plan to be streaming from about 10 to noon a couple times a week, mostly on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I think, maybe some Fridays as well. As I mentioned earlier, the first hour, in the next 40 minutes or so, we're going to do some of this video editing, and then I like to do some OBS work on making some new scenes and some new graphics for a special stream that I'm hoping to do on Thursday. Thursday is Pokemon Day for people that don't know, and so with Pokemon Day, we will celebrate. And there should be new games announced, and I might even play some Pokemon games on stream. And yeah, so I'm gonna do a couple of things, some technical work on the second hour of the stream, because I think people like to see how people design and build streams, and so I'm gonna showcase some of that work in the next hour after doing some of the video here. So you can see Liz is very excited about this. There's a grouper under there. Anyway, so let me start to do some more editing, and people can start to see a little bit of this process here. So here's the video of this guy. And I don't think we need all of these scenes. So I think we're going to get rid of this four-eye butterfly, even though it's pretty. And then there's a couple of different shots here. I don't think I need all of them. So maybe I'm just going to look through and see what my favorite one. This is a pretty cool one. I like this one. Maybe that's it. I mean, I love my dad's pictures, but I don't want to have it be too long. So let's see here. I'm going to shorten those times a little bit, so it's like little snapshots of time. And so now we're jumping in. We're seeing the boat. I don't know. Is this a... I like the boat. I don't know if I need anything past the boat, though. Alright, let's see here. I mean, it's showing the typography, but I don't know if it's needed for this. So, alright, so we're lowering the volume of this. The audio comes in here. We see this, flips between those two shots. Yeah, so we're leading up to the stingray, but I don't know. Part of me wants to just get into the meat of it. So let's just switch, and then we'll just go right into it. I don't think people need to see the journey of how he got to the stingray, because I would like to hold it longer for the actual one. So if we have to sort of... Welcome on in, champ. Yeah, it's good to see you. Thank you for doing your own command. I appreciate that. DC People's Champ was on the show last night. We talked wrestling and a bunch of other cool stuff. Definitely go check him out. Let me do a shout out of the True No Spots Pod. Yeah. So yes, thank you for the scuba command. Yeah, so we're working. This is part 9 of the video. So I talked with Scribe about this last night. I'm interested in doing interactive videos where you see part of the story, and then at the very end of it, you get to choose your own adventure. And so this will be the 9th part of the Cayman Island story, the 8th part of the scuba diving part of it, because one of them was a vlog, and then I'm also going back to a lot of these different places and stuff over time. So it's cool. It will yeah. So I'm just gonna look up a couple of things real quickly over here, and yeah, thank you guys again all for being here. I appreciate the company while I'm doing the edit for sure. So I'm trying to look up the name of this dive site. So just give me a second, and So I'm just looking up the dive site real quickly. Sorry, 1 second. I think it was called Wild Hammer. Let me just look up real quickly. Okay. Yeah, alright. So I think it was called Wild Hammer. And so we're just going to go with that for now. I'm pretty sure that was the right one. Oh, thank you so much, Champ. Yeah, we do have a merch line, and Champ did just get a bunch of the different designs recently. I appreciate the support. Yeah, we're that's one of the things that we could be doing as part of these streams is designing other graphics and other things to put up on the store as well, beyond just sports apparel in theory. So we'll talk about that. So yeah, so we're gonna do scuba diving and some OBS work today. We're gonna do Pokemon stuff next week, but I also want to try out a bunch of different programs. I'm gonna like learn how to do some stuff in Canva, including I know that there is the ability to do web design in Canva now, and so I'm gonna learn how to do that live on stream. And then I'm also gonna eventually get Procreate, I think, on our iPad, and I'm gonna practice with that as well. So yeah, I'll get to use this opportunity to learn a lot of brand new skills alongside people if they want to learn alongside of me as well. And yeah, so all right, so we now know that the thing is called Wild Hammer, and so let's get back into this edit a little bit. So I think she's very excited, but I think that we don't need this extra. So I don't think. Just trying to see how much of this grouper we want to show here. It's kind it's got a lot of noise in that part. Let me just see that. Okay, that's probably good. Alright. So these are all the different like shrimp and stuff like that. There's another 4-eyed butterfly, which I like, but I don't think will fit there. I'm gonna mute myself for just one. Alright, I am back. And hopefully you guys can hear me okay again. Alright, so these are some cool different shrimp shots that we got. And here's the video. So let me put the video first so people can sort of see us coming up to the shot. They're really kind of hard to see here because they're so tiny. But I wanted to see if I could get a little shot of it. It's crazy that the grouper is right next to it. Okay, let's take this part out, and then we're gonna get some close-up shots of the. So this one's a really cool one. I love this shot here, and that's probably enough. I mean, I think his pictures are gorgeous, but I also know that people aren't gonna sit through large amounts of photos, and they can always pause it and stuff like that. So let's just get rid of all of that. Maybe one more. Shorten it a little bit, and I think we'll get rid of all of these. So now it'll sort of, we're looking at it, we're going to take some pictures with it. These are almost identical, so I think we can just do two. So, and then and I'm going to take this footage here and I'm going to slow it down a little bit. So the way I have these set up is, oops, yeah. It's shot at 60 frames a second, so I'm able to slow it down up to 50% without loss of quality. So you can see how this is going to look now. And let's just play it back full screen. Okay, held on a little too long, but it's pretty close. All right, so then it's a cool sea snail, and we're back to this ray, and then there are some awesome shots of the ray as well. So let's see here. So this is the whole timeline that you can see here. So I'm just trimming some other parts that I know I'm gonna trying to get a sense of how far off we are right now from where I need to be with these edits. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna scrap that whole video. Or that whole scene. Alright, let's go, because that's gonna save me some time here. These guys are cute, but I think it's too long, and we're losing focus. So let's cut this down, and maybe cut it to here. And then I don't even know, what are we pointing at here? I don't know. I don't think we need this either. Alright, we're going to this scene. Alright, a lot of this extra stuff here, I'm gonna just trim out. I'm gonna trim all these out as well. Well, come on in, Adrian. Do we have an ace command? I need to make one, but anyway, here we go. Hopefully you're having a good day, Adrian. We're doing a little bit of a scuba edit right here. Just practicing some of my video editing skills, right? So, all right, let's go back over to where we were. So, the total runtime right now is about 20 minutes, but I'm gonna end up cutting most of this last part here. So, we're about 15 minutes, and we need to cut it down to about 10. Yeah, so I'm trying to decide what we're keeping and what we're going away. we don't need all those because we have a lot of other shots later and earlier of the stingray. Maybe get a little bit of this ending here. Actually, I kind of like that spot right there. Let me see if I take these two parts out and see how that looks. Less of this. Got the approach. We're going to grab 3 of these pictures. We're going to decide which ones are the best. So I like this one. That one's kind of cool because it's a close-up. That one's kind of cool because it's different. Right, these 3 are almost the same. So we got 1. So we don't need that. We don't need this. All right, so we got 1. I wonder if we just make it fast enough, if I'd be okay with keeping this many. We're going to see how that looks. We're going to shrink the timeline of each one of these. This is just grabbing from the end and dragging it forward. And kind of like this shot of the puffer fish as well. Then I go into this, which is, we always have to get a Spanish hogfish in every one of our videos. It's kind of like the Where's Waldo. All right, we're almost there. I'm excited. All right, so this goes there. I got the 2 lobster friends. I'll take away this grouper shot. I'll take away this shot. Okay. All right, we're getting there. Take this shot away. Take this shot away. I like this picture of the filefish, but I don't think, did we ever get the filefish? Oh, here it is. Okay. So the filefish, and then we're going to grab some of these pictures here, and we're going to bring them forward. So you have the filefish. I don't know if we need this second shot here, though. Alright, so you got the filefish, got a couple of pictures, and we have that fish, and then we got this guy, we have our so now we got this cool picture here, and we're going to put that after there. So, alright, so we have the filefish, we have pictures of the filefish, and we have this, I'm trying to think of the name of this fish. It's a very rare fish, though. It's, what is it called? Hold on. I'm going to run a fish ID program on it real quick, just to make sure I get it correct for you guys. Good to see you, Swatters. Sorry, I was in the zone with the editing, and I'm trying to pull up the name of this fish. It's escaping me right now, and it is called um, a masked hamlet. There we go. I knew I could figure it out. So yeah, it's a really rare fish called a masked hamlet. And so those are some of the pictures there. And there's our hogfish. I'm just gonna bring this audio in here and see how it goes. Um, Thank you, Swatters. Yeah, so this is the beginning of a new journey for me. If you're just tuning in, I am now doing daytime streams as I try to figure out my next profession. And thank you, Adrian. I appreciate that. And yeah, so for people who don't know, I'm a graphic designer, videographer, web designer, social media manager. I've had a lot of hats over the last 15 years. And unfortunately, I need to go on a new adventure. And so with that, I um, am starting my journey again. And so I thought I would actually stream the journey of creating different content. First of all, it's good for my portfolio. I'm going to showcase creating some OBS scenes in a few minutes as well. We're going to be doing a Pokemon Day stream on Thursday as they announce the new Pokemon game. And so that will be really fun. And then I'm thinking about actually playing Pokemon on stream. And so I'm going to see if I can figure out how to set that up today as well. Yeah, Adrian's actually from Western Canada originally. So that's kind of cool that you it is scary but exciting. And I'm happy. I have so many different things that I could contribute to this world, whether it be a design job or a video editing job or whatever and stuff like that. But I'm going to just take a month here for myself, as I've never really done that, and just try to explore things and see what sort of things I want to do. So over the next month, we'll do a bunch of different stream ideas. Today we're doing video editing. We're going to try my first gaming stream on Thursday. On Friday, we're going to finish these edits that I'm working on. And then next week, I'm going to start to use Canva and Procreate live on stream and to see how that all works out and try to learn some new skills in both of those. My history, I've always used the Adobe software suite. I, in fact, used to teach Adobe software to high school kids for many years. And so I love the Adobe suite, but I thought maybe I could use this opportunity to learn something new and different because I can always go back to that after 15 or 20 years. But things like Canva are very popular. There is new AI technologies with art generation that I'd like to learn more about. AI generation with prompts and writing I'd like to learn more about. I'd also like to, I love the Stream Scribe Carlos's videos where he does sketches and drawings on an iPad. And I personally have dysgraphia, and so my hand has never been able to do what I want it to do when I did it on written things before. But through the use of computers, I've been able to become a designer. And I'm curious if I use something like an iPad or things like that, could it be a good in-between for me? And you never know until you try some stuff. So I'm going to try a bunch of different software, learn a bunch of different skills, and I also at some point might want to get back into animation and a couple of other things. So I'm excited for this next month to try a bunch of different things live on stream with you guys, and you guys all can see the journey and be a part of it. I appreciate all the people that are in chat and all the people that are lurking. I know it's a work day, and yeah, that's great. I love that you guys are talking about Canada. I actually got to go to Canada for the very first time last year to celebrate my 40th birthday, and I had a great time in Toronto seeing our friend Josh Turk, and so yeah, it was great. All right, so I think we're getting in a pretty good place. Let's play it back and see where we're at, and I might trim some stuff down a little bit more, and we'll go from there. All right, play full screen. just want to correct something that I just saw there, just while I saw it. Let's do this. I'm going to do an audio correction here and drop out that noise. I just want to play this part again. All right, view, playback, play, full screen. All right, sorry about that, guys. I'm back here. I kind of want to hold on this shot just for a little bit longer. And then play full screen here. I need to fix some of this shot. So we're going to end that a little bit earlier. There was a dip here that I was thinking about. So if we blade it here, but we bring it back around when it comes there, this will be a bit of a quicker cut. Wait, it may take him 2 more years, but it'll do it. But he's got 13 goals away now. I don't think it's going to take him 2 more years, but I don't know. He might do it next month. Anyway. Swatters, I'd love him to stay for 2 more years. So, in my theory, he should try to go for 1,000. Okay, let me play this, and then we're gonna pick it up here. into a little bit, let you guys watch a little bit of this full screen. I will be right back. Um, all right, so this is way too loud. All right, we're gonna lower some of these audio things. All right, let's take a quick look at normalizing some of these audio patterns. This can come way down. And yeah. Okay, so this is all good. I mean, it's probably too long, but it's so peaceful. I don't know. Minute and 21 seconds. Oh, that's a long time for a single shot. How long is this one? This is a minute too. So we're talking out of a 5-minute piece, two shots have the majority of the footage there. So that's difficult. Yeah, all right. I love this, but it maybe I do a thing where I showcase him creating the picture and then showing the picture. Wait a minute. So these pictures don't even go here, right? These are from here? Interesting. Alright, I'm gonna just take all these pictures and move them, because I think that I put them in the wrong spot, to be totally honest. Alright, so we're gonna move this audio over here. We're gonna move this temporarily to here. And okay, so my dad takes a picture. I thought there was a flash that went off here. Okay, so we can cut here. Am I crazy? I thought I saw the flash go off when I first saw that, because I was going to use shots from it. We don't. I'm just going to play this whole scene again. Yeah, okay, I wasn't crazy. There was a shot here. Alright. There it is. So that's one. We can bring that back in over here. And then, does he get any more shots? Yeah, this is way too long. Okay. So, I got that flare up of the things. Play here. Sorry. Blade. That's cool. Take out that in between spot, and then it does this move. We switch this shot. Blade here. And cut, and then take that part out there. Okay. Better. Thank you, Swatters. I really appreciate you for tuning in. Yeah, if you're interested in doing a whole bunch of different content throughout this week and next week and the upcoming weeks. So appreciate you for tuning in, and have a great day. Enjoy the walk with the dog, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you, everyone, for lurking and being a part of this stream. I wasn't sure. I didn't give a whole lot of warning that I was going to do it. I did talk about it last night on the stream. But yeah, I just really appreciate everyone for being a part of this. It's a new journey. And yeah. All right, so just trying to see here. How much footage do we got there? So I like those guys. I I don't think I'm going to cut any of that scene. So I think the last scene that I'm going to take a look at here is I love it's such a cool long shot here, but I just don't. I think it's too long. There's a Litwick in chat. I love how long this shot is, but I don't know. I don't know. All right. We're gonna view it full screen. Yeah, I think we can cut some parts of it. I think come around, click here. Oh, nice. Welcome on in. So we're editing a scuba documentary that I'm making. A lot of people don't realize because I usually do a sports podcast on this platform. I've been a sports podcaster on Twitch for a long time and a streamer on a bunch of other platforms. And so uh, this month we're actually starting something new where I'm going to start a brand new project every couple of days and showcase different skills that I'm learning and have developed over the years. One thing I love to do is I love making movies. It's always been my side project, and one of the biggest side projects I've ever done is this scuba documentary series where I've recorded over 50 videos underwater of different locations and different dive places. And this one is part 9 of my most recent documentary, which is an interactive film where at the end of each dive you choose where you go next. You can either continue to the next dive or maybe see that location in a previous time, in a previous year, or a related dive video from a previous time over the last 10 years. This one is from a place called Wild Hammer. It was our last dive in Grand Cayman. I shot over the course of 6 days, 11 dives, and yeah, it was including a night dive and a bunch of other stuff. So this one is, again, the culmination of the whole video. It's the very final piece, and we're using music by Dan Tremblay. I realize I haven't even given him a shout out yet. I should do that. Here, Dan Tremblay music, and I'll do a Who Is as well for him. And yeah, his music is phenomenal. It's great cinematic music. He has a brand new album called Sunset Echoes out, and I'm kind of making an underwater video using every song on that album. Not necessarily in the order of the album, because I wanted it to fit the footage as well. Yeah, so I'm taking this dive footage and I'm kind of splitting it into two parts, if you want to think of it that way. So the whole video is going to be 10 minutes. I basically shrinking an hour dive into 10 minutes. And then it's taking two songs on. So this is kind of an initial journey with this first song, and then Walking on Clouds will be the last one. And so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take all of this footage and fit it into these two sections. And this whole video will be the YouTube video and be the final part of that story. But then I will switch and then also on Friday edit vertical videos for Instagram and TikTok and other things where I take these general ideas, this whole first story and this second story, and I'll cut it down to 1 to 3 minutes, right? And they're 5-minute pieces right now. And I will shoot them, I will edit them vertically. What's cool about the way I shot this video, which is different than any other video I've ever done in this series or ever actually, is everything is shot in full frame, where it's just like two 4K shots stacked on top of each other on the GoPro 12. And so you can actually see that I have a lot more space up and down that I can use. So what I'll do is I'll copy this whole timeline into a vertical timeline and I'll stretch and pull, and this story is told in order because I really want to showcase the dive, kind of how it happened with very little, there's edits to timing and slowing and speeding things up and cutting stuff, but it's in order. But the videos I do for Instagram and stuff like that, I try to do the best of just the coolest shots and just edit it to it. So it's almost like an ad, if you will, for the YouTube video. But the people seem to just really enjoy the quick cuts because they don't even know the order of it, and I think for a lot of people it doesn't really matter. So those have actually been doing a lot better on Instagram than on the YouTube channel, the long form one, which is fine. I appreciate that content changes over time, and I also appreciate that I like to document things, and sometimes things get more popular later on. People have come back and watched many of my movies many years later and stuff like that. So anyway, so that's kind of what we're doing here, is I'm going through this long shot right now of this stingray. Stingrays are my favorite animal, and trying to see if I can cut it down a little bit more. And then I'll work through some of these shots and cut it down just a bit more to try to get these last couple of shots in here. Most of this is just kind of fun, just B-roll at the very end. So I ultimately might cut almost all of that. So we're getting really close. We're about 14 minutes of a 10-minute timeline here. And but welcome on in, and if anyone has any questions or comments or has a critique, this is a very safe space for people learning and wanting to know about art. I know some people don't like their work to be critiqued live on air and stuff like that. I do not have that. I dealt with very harsh critiques in college, being an art major. I'm not offended. I used to teach art classes where I had critiques as part of what we do. So any questions, any thoughts, anything at all, feel free to put it in chat. Sometimes I'm going to tunnel vision and zone in on the edit, but I will always get back and answer your question and come back to it as well. But thank you guys for being here. It's a new journey. For 15 years I did worked for a place that meant a whole lot to me, and now I get to play around for a couple of months and try to figure out what I want to do next. And it's just an exciting time in my life, and I'm so excited to bring you guys along for this journey. And so yeah, we're doing a scuba diving video right now. I was going to do a little bit of OBS work as well in just a few minutes. I was going to end this at 11. It's already a little over. Video editing does take a lot of time. But I'm going to try to design a couple of scenes and test out a couple of pieces of technology in a few minutes as well, and do some OBS and streaming setup and work, trying to set up a couple new scenes and a couple of new ideas, because I want to elaborate on learning on a bunch of different skills, whether it be more work in Procreate and Canva, and using some other cool tools as well. So every day is kind of a little bit different. Again, Thursday is going to be a Pokemon stream. It'll be my first game stream. It'll also be we're celebrating Pokemon Day. We'll be doing a live show on talking about the trailer and the reveal and stuff like that, because they always have a big video at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific, when they reveal all the new Pokemon stuff. And for once, I'll be able to live react to it. It's something I've always wanted to do, and I get this opportunity. So that'll be Thursday, and then I may even play some Pokemon live on stream to celebrate as well. So people who know me know I'm a huge Pokemon fan, and it's been a long time since I've played Pokemon on stream. I think the last time was 5 years ago. So it'd be kind of fun to bring that back. Hopefully, I'm going to test out some equipment to see if I can get it to work actually in just a few minutes. But let's play through this video one more time, and then in about 5 or 10 minutes, we'll shift gears and we'll do some OBS tinkering and playing with some new tools and seeing if we can set that up. I'm all about the educational journey. I've always wanted to teach some of these tools, and so I thought that these would be great videos to go back and look at. We are live broadcasting on YouTube, my personal Facebook, Twitch, and Kick. So lots of different platforms that people can catch us on. I prefer Twitch for the conversation and a lot of other stuff, and you can play games and catch Pokemon. But obviously people can watch on whatever platform of their choosing. And all right, so here we go. So we're starting off with jumping in the water, and then we will go. So this is the masked Hamlet coming in right there. Thank you so much. I'm happy you guys like it. And uh, I do think that that's funny that you were going to call her Tuna. Um, yeah, his music is so beautiful. I'm so fortunate that I get to collab with him. And what's cool is on Instagram, I create him as a collaborator. And so he gets these music videos on his channel showcasing this. So it's kind of like I'm an editor for him. But I also get people watching this cool thing. So what a cool collab. It's actually the third year in a row that Dan and I have worked together on making a long form documentary series. And then it was cool. Last year, I featured Twitch musicians from all over the world, which was really fun. Kind of a unique experience where almost every video featured different people from all over. This year, it's kind of different, where it's all Dan's music. But I like that I've sort of switched it up every year. That last year there was like fish ID facts and lots of almost like pop-up video, if you remember VH1, that sort of style. This is much cleaner, much, very minimalist on any sort of labels or anything here. But I am thinking, a couple people have suggested to me that I can explain a lot about these fish and talk about them in the process, and that maybe I should do a series on a different YouTube channel where I actually voice over some of it. It's not, maybe the music I bring down or something, but I talk about the experience of diving and what I'm seeing and, the science behind it, all that sort of stuff, as well as taking some of these reels that I'm making and putting that on YouTube as well. So, thank you. Clap. I actually don't have a clap command, which is kind of funny. Here, I should, since I have a clap emote. That seems really. There we go, and there you go. It's nice when a moderator is also a streamer, and yeah. Anyway, so you guys got a pretty good sense of how the first half of the video is going. I think it's pretty close. I really do. Maybe some tweaks, and we'll see how we go from there. And I also want to thank. I saw Firestone Rocks Drums came in as well. I actually mod for Scott, and he's great. Had a fun stream this past weekend celebrating 4 years of affiliate on Twitch, and I'm excited. It's kind of wild for me to think that this year I'll celebrate 4 years affiliate, but what I'm actually celebrating in the upcoming weeks is 9 years of streaming, which is wild to me because I started doing it on Facebook and doing an audio podcast, but it was also web radio when it first started. So streaming has taken on a bunch of different things for me over the years. But I'm so happy that I found Twitch, but I appreciate people for watching on any of the platforms they're watching right now. But this community is what brought me into being a streamer more than just an audio podcast and stuff like that. Yeah, almost a decade of doing it. Yeah, we started with just doing a call-in radio show about sports, but I said, why don't we go Facebook Live while we do it? And I just put my phone down, had it as a camera. People could ask questions if they didn't want to call in. It was just a very bare bones idea 9 years ago, but we did it very early into our podcast, and then it evolved, and I obviously eventually came to Twitch, and yeah, it's grown, and OBS stuff and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I appreciate that, Scott. Yeah, it's cool to be able to see where we started and where we are now. Well, definitely, my plan is I'm going to be doing a streamathon to celebrate 9 years of streaming. And it's going to be 9 hours of streaming in a week, celebrating from the 10th to the 17th. So on the 10th, we're going to celebrate 9 years of streaming because that'll be my last sports podcast. It'll be the season finale of the season 9 of Sports on the Hill podcast. So that'll be on the 10th of March. And then the 17th is the actual anniversary of the day that we did it. But I'm going to a concert that night, why we're not doing the sports show that night. But during the day, I'll do a daytime stream earlier in the day, and then a couple of days in between where I'll have a counter from 9 hours down to 0 over the course of the week. And so I've never done a counter stream where there's been like a timer involved, so that'll be kind of fun and try a couple of different things there. And yeah, I'm excited to get to do some gaming streams, get to do some art streams, get to do editing streams, and I'm also going to interview some people, have some talk shows. So lots of fun stuff coming up over the next month on this channel, which I'm just excited to get to work on it. Something I've wanted to do for a very long time. All right, let's take a look at this, the key point to this video right here. And I've decided I was going to originally do some OBS work. I can't find all my wires right now, to be totally honest, and I feel like I'm going to do at least some of the work offline and get things tried out and figured out, and so you don't have to watch the whole process. I thought it'd be fun to build some of the OBS templates with you all, and possibly I might do a pop-up stream where I do that, or at least test some of the settings in the near future as well. But I'm so excited about the Pokemon stream. Hopefully I'll get that working on the next stream, which will be Thursday. I think that's going to start at an extra early time at 9 o'clock if I can get my son to school and me back in time for a 9 o'clock start. So that's the goal for that day, because that's actually when the live stream happens. And so yeah, hold on one sec. I'll be right back. I'll leave you. This is such a crazy shot. I don't know if I need all that lead in. This is definitely the shot of... Yeah. Let me just see if I can just trim some of this a little bit. Because I know they're pointing at it, but you don't really even see what they are until they get closer. So this is such a cool shot of these squids here. So for people that don't know, that's actually my mom who's swimming with these and watching it. So. That's my dad taking the pictures. I think that there is some fat here. Let me just see. So I love these guys. I love them fading away, but I think try to get got it. So hold on. So what the problem here is, I'm going to need to so this is one of the benefits of having shot such a tall and wide frame shot. I'm going to do a little bit of some movement work here, and you guys can see how you can do this in Final Cut. So we're going to grab this frame here. It's framed in the right position currently with the right scale, but you will see that as time goes on, they start to go out of frame. So we're going to move it here, and we're going to add in all of this, and we're going to bring it back to that. And then, because they're in the light there. Okay, so that's a cool shot. That ends there. And then this part I don't necessarily need. And do I need any more of this? So then we shot here. In the same shot, my mom was trying to show us something. But let's see what my mom was trying to show us. See if we're going to keep it. So, oh, that's kind of a cool. All right, let's do this again. We're going to set a scale marker here. And we're going to bring it into focus more. We're going to scale it up a little bit. So now, so what's cool is in real life, we can't zoom on the GoPro. We are just shooting this big wide thing, but I'm shooting with as many pixels as I can. I'm not shooting in 5K. I could shoot more just because of lack of storage space for that. But I am shooting in stacked 4K. And so it's like having two 4K shots on top of each other. So I have a lot more pixels to work with. So now we're here. We're going to move him back in the frame a little bit. And then I think that we will fade it out after that. All right, so let's take a look at this shot now. So that's too abrupt. Let me just say, maybe I do need to. Maybe we'll check the eye and do a crosses off. Dissolve a little bit quicker. Let me see if this even works. So we're looking at these guys for a little bit. She points down, but let's maybe get to where she's pointing. So we can cut out all of this in between information. Here we'll start to zoom out. I love this shot, but we are going to crop it a little bit and bring it in there. And then this shot's fantastic. We're going to do the same, so we can really get to see those colors. And so we're going to make this a little shorter. Take this, make it a little bit shorter. And we could, if we really wanted to, move within space of these shots. So you could, if you wanted to do that, you can do a position scale, and then, so maybe, here, I'll just show you guys. Okay, I don't like that. But you could like move it within the frame if you want to. I just don't, I think it's gonna look better just as like still snapshots. But I do sometimes do that where you animate the photo. Alright, so I have a different idea as well. So I like what this is doing. I think when my dad is getting the shots up here, let me see at the right spot. All right, so we got my mom swimming with them, my dad coming in and taking a shot. And I think right as his camera is going out of frame, these pictures will do better there. Yeah, I mean, I see what I liked about it, but I think it's unnecessary. I think we just go from there right into this. Oh, we're getting there, guys. Almost done. Way too loud of bubbles. Needs to come down a bunch. Oops. Too loud. Too loud. All right. The scene is way too long. It's better. I think we're gonna get rid of all that. I think we will keep a couple of these pictures though. That one's beautiful. These are all nice, but these are the three most different ones. Let's just see what it would look like if I just playing around with some ideas. Position scale. And then I think I like it better without it. Yeah, I think I like these snapshots just as they are and not have them moving because we have so much movement through the rest of the piece. I'll be right back. I'm gonna let you guys listen to something for a second, and I'll be right back. Okay, I think it just needs like an ending or something at the very end there, but it's getting so close. Um, yeah, so I think we're good for today on this. I'm gonna make some final tweaks on Friday, add the title graphics and stuff like that, and also um, work on maybe making some of the clips for it and things of that nature. I may add some titles and stuff, or at least build the cards offline, but I will walk people through that. So yeah, my plan next is to do this Pokemon day stream. I'll see if I can get that up and running. And I'll probably work on some of that OBS stuff offline, just so I don't bore anybody with any of that sort of stuff. I think we're gonna go raid into a friend of ours, and Willie Sound Music, and I'm gonna call it there and work on a couple of things offline, and I might be back for a pop-up stream later today, or at least trying some stuff. So keep your notifications on if you want, or come back on Thursday for. I think I'm gonna try to start at 9 o'clock Eastern for that one. Do review whatever the Pokemon day stuff is. We'll go over it all together, and then hopefully get to play some Pokemon on stream if I can get it to work correctly. So I'm gonna go work on doing some initial setup on that, and maybe I'll test it in a little bit this afternoon. And yeah, thank you guys all for being a part of my first day stream. I really appreciate all the support I got. A lot of people came out today, and that obviously means a ton to me. And I'm excited to get to do a bunch of these art streams and daytime streams over the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned. Again, I think Thursday will be a 9 o'clock stream. I think Friday will be either 9 or 10 o'clock stream as well. And yeah, it's been fun. I know that this one was a little bit short. It was only about 90 minutes, but I have to go attend to a couple of other things real quick. But I think it was a good test, and we got a lot of good work on this thing. So, I mean, just as a quick last look at the timeline, we're trying to get it here to about 10 minutes. This is all pretty much extra junk. So, I mean, we're pretty much there. Just do some fine tweaking and some stuff on Friday for the final one, and some overlaps here. So we'll bring in so I have to cut out just a teeny bit more in this section and maybe a little bit more at the end. But yeah, it's should be a lot of fun. And yeah, let me stop my screen share for a second, and we will go to the main scene here. Okay, we're gonna go raid over to Willie some music. I wanted to try something. Does this work if I do? Oh yeah, so now if I do exclamation point raid and then a name of somebody, it'll actually generate some different ones that you guys can grab if you want an AI customized one, or you can just grab the regular subraid or raid commands as well. So again, tune in, maybe pop-up stream between now and Thursday. Thursday we'll have the Pokemon stream. Friday we will finish up this edit. And yeah, thank you, Pete, for coming through. I'll see you guys again soon. Thank you, Champ, for modding. I appreciate you while you're working. Definitely go check out Champ and Cover Time Pete as well. I thought I had a Cover Time Pete command, but definitely go check out both of them. They are both fantastic streamers, as well as thank you for all the wonderful streamers that popped in. Artsy did earlier, and Scott as well. And yeah, thank you guys again. This was super fun. It makes me feel confident to get to do this again with you guys. So you'll see a bunch of me over the next few weeks. Hope that you have a great rest of your day. I hope you enjoy Willie, and we'll talk to you guys all soon. Bye.